Hello and welcome to Simonheals. Simonheals from a hammock here in Thailand. My name is Simon. So, yesterday or maybe the day before yesterday, um, I watched a really good video on a channel called Spiral Up. And this is the channel of a guy called Campbell. An Australian guy, and he also has another channel called Autodidactic, and I particularly like and resonate with much of what Campbell shares and puts out on his channel Spiral Up, and I just really wanted to follow up on what he was saying and kind of respond to it in a way. So I'll leave a link below to the actual video that I'm referring to. But he was really talking about the need for action, not just for words. So this made me think of a video that I put out a while ago about how important our words are in manifesting our experience, our reality. And I stand by that. I very firmly stand by that. But I also totally agree with Campbell in that we need to be really cautious of not just talking about the things that we want to do. And because when we talk about what we want to do, and I'm very specifically using the word want here, not the word, we're not talking about intentions. We're talking about wanting. And the energy of wanting is an energy of lack. The word want in the English language means I do not have. So when you say I want something, you're actually saying I do not have. So rather than attracting to you the very thing that you say you want, you're doing the opposite. You're kind of pushing it away. And also when we talk about the things that we want or even intend to do, then we are releasing out energetically into the universe that intention. But it needs to be followed up with action. If it's not followed up with action, in a way, we're just losing that energy. We're throwing that energy out there, but we are, I can't think of the right word, but we're just wasting that energy. I want to give you a good example of this. So 2 years ago, here in Koh Samui, I saw this really beautiful old rundown fisherman's house, like an old traditional Thai fisherman's house, a wooden fisherman's house for rent, and right by the sea, and in this very quiet part of the island. But I could really envision it being like this super cool cafe, where I could offer amazing raw and plant-based food, fantastic juices and smoothies and all that, the kind of food that I'm into. And I went there with my wife, and I went there with a friend to see if he'd be interested in partnering up with us to do this. And we had a look round, and as I say, I could really clearly envision it. And then in the end, we decided not to go ahead with it for whatever reasons. Now, it is an amazing cafe. Someone did exactly the same thing, and it is so successful. And so at that time of my envisioning and talking about this, I actually sent that energy out into the world, into the universe, and it manifested, but it just wasn't me that manifestation came to, because I didn't follow it up by action. Now, I don't have any regrets about that. It just wasn't the right time. And it's so good now because I've got a really good cafe that I can go to. But I thought that was a good example to share with you. So just be really mindful, I would say, about not talking too much about the things that you want to do or intend to do. Keep these to yourself and start to apply action. Now, of course, if there's a project that you have in mind and you feel the need to seek out some kind of guidance on that project, then of course find the person that you need to talk about it and talk about it with them. But if that talking about it comes from a place of I guess looking for some kind of validation or approval, or just to get that kind of buzz, that momentary buzz of, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and impress people, then you're just wasting that energy. You're just throwing that energy out there and losing that energy. So be mindful of that. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And yeah, from a beautiful evening here in Thailand. Stay well, wishing you well. Namaste.